Disney is about to put out their 60th animated classic in theaters. I could barely believe it when it came up on screen. This is my review of Encanto. We follow the tale of an extraordinary family, the Madrigals, who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia in a magical house that has blessed every child in the family with a unique gift except for one, Mirabel, and it's up to her to save the magic of her family and of their house. Now, before I properly start with my review, I want you to let me know your thoughts on Encanto. What is your favorite Disney animated film of all time? Are you excited for this one? Anything and everything down there. If you like movies and TV, this is the place to be, so make sure you click that subscribe button if you're new to the channel so you never miss any future conversation on your favorite movies and TV shows. So I always adore getting a Disney movie yearly, especially around this time when it's around the holiday season, when it starts getting a little bit chilly on the outside and you need a warm, welcoming embrace from a film that kind of reminds you from your childhood, because Disney has always been there for me with their films, and that's exactly what Encanto is. It's a warm hug for the soul. This is a film that just welcomes you with warmth and vibrant colors, catchy songs, and charming characters all around. This is just a world that I wanted to be a part of. And a lot of that is due to this family, who all of them have these quirky, interesting personalities that pop off the screen and are all so different. And then you have the contrasting gift that they have. One has super strength, another one can put up flowers everywhere. Another one, which is probably my favorite power in this entire film, is that she can heal people by cooking and then feeding people that. She can heal from broken arms to bee stings to anything. But even more important than that, it's beyond the surface, the interpersonal relationships in that film that guide the story through and that relate to the themes that the film is discussing, which to me are really important themes, and I think the film tackles them in very interesting ways. Not to mention that our main character, Mirabel, played by Stephanie Beatriz, who she is stellar. She will always be Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine for me, but it's just awesome to see her stand out in these very different roles. She is absolutely lovely, this character, Mirabel. She is someone you can really root for. She is someone that you can really relate to, because everyone in her family is kind of like a superhero. They have all these superpowers. They're freaking Avengers of Colombia, and she is just a normal person. And it's seeing her trying to save her family and be a hero on her own without any proper gift. I think it's really important. It's something that I adore seeing in this film, seeing this character go through this journey with all her insecurities and struggles. And the film also deals a lot with perception and how others view us might also be very different from how we are viewing ourselves. Our situation is entirely different than how others perceive. It's like the old adage goes, where everyone has a story to tell, you just haven't heard it yet, and I think this film is really important in that regard. One of the best things this film uses to its advantage is this magical house that kind of is a character in its own. It has this quirky personality. It helps our characters go around and it helps our characters do chores and whatnot. It helps especially our character without powers, Mirabel. And I love how they use this magic as kind of a cheat in a really good way, where I'm a fan of movies that only use one location, and the bulk of the film, the entire film, is basically set in this one house. But within the house, due to the magic, you have all these different interesting locations, like a jungle filled with animals. You have an entire mountain filled with sand and a giant temple and whatnot. And I thought they were really smart in using what they had in their premise to their advantage, given the one location. The obvious aspects there are pros in regards for this film is the animation. I'm not going to break the internet by telling you this is stellar. This is phenomenal animation. Once again, Disney just does it. They've become boringly good at making the best animation around. Every single production of theirs just great animation after great animation, and you see these little details, the way they use shadows, lighting, even sometimes close-ups on characters. You see these intricate details on the hair, and sometimes people have sand in their face. It's insane the amount of attention to detail that they can get on screen. And the music is done by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who earlier this year he gave us In the Heights with more songs from him. This is immediately catching. Overall, I found this to be one of the strongest overall soundtracks to a Disney film, probably since Moana. When it comes to drawbacks for Encanto, they really come down to overall use of the other characters, the rest of the family. They have quirky personalities, but they do feel a little surface level. They're nice spice to add on to the main dish that is Mirabel's story. She is the standout. She has all these positive qualities and all this depth that the film adds, but the rest of the characters really don't, unfortunately. They just seem to be there in the background and don't really even push the story forward a lot. They will be there in key moments, like they will say this one sentence that it turns out to be a key vital piece of information, but they don't really push the story. They don't give a lot of forward momentum to proceedings. So I just wish the world building had gone beyond that very premise, which is very exciting, but they don't really do the most exciting things with it, and so it retracts the film a little bit from its fullest potential, I felt. To have that family all involved in the story to save their powers, to save their gifts and their miracles and their casita. That superficiality when it comes to the other characters just makes certain resolutions, certain conclusions to the arcs just feel unearned overall, while nevertheless pleasing. So Encanto was just overall a lovely experience that had me smile, had me grinning, had me laughing, and even tugged at the heartstrings. Encanto will leave your heart full with its imaginative set pieces and musical numbers, life-affirming lessons, and its emotionally packed story. This is certainly one that you must see with your family to just warm your heart in these upcoming chilly winter nights. I'm giving Encanto a B+. Those are my thoughts on Disney's Encanto. I want to know your thoughts on it, if you've seen it, if you're excited for it. Rank all the Disney animated classics, anything and everything down there. Just start the conversation because it's the most important part. And if you enjoy what you see here, make sure you click the subscribe button so you do not miss any future conversation about your favorite movies and TV. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back very soon with reviews for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Tick Tick Boom, and now you can watch my review for Ghostbusters Afterlife and Cowboy Bebop, which comes out tomorrow on Netflix. I hope to see you on those, and so until the next one, love each other and love the movies.